Yo, 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 whatever else he says when it's his show. So this is clearly going to be Red Dog and Friends, and we got a few things that we need to talk about today. So we had an incident that happened at OVW. Not really talking about like coming down on people. That's already been handled. So we just want to talk about what can we learn from that situation. We're also going to talk about some modern versus past women's wrestling. It is Women's Month, so let's talk about it. Also, this is going to be one of those discussions where we're going to have a lot of fun and talk about who is the best tag team of this era, of the modern era right now. And then, we got a bunch of other stuff that we would love to talk about. Of course, you're going to get, Push and Berry. Of course, you're going to get, the other one that you guys really love, Temp Check. And, like Chaz always says, holla at ya. No, I'm not doing that. All right, man. Let's just get this thing started. Let's go. Let's get it out here.
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, no we out.
It's not even this show today. That's right. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and this is Red Dog and Friends.
I am the champion, Red Dog, hear my call.
The following program is a collection.
Yo, why is it all of a sudden going back to the beginning? Anyway, who cares? This is Red Dog and Friends, and welcome to the show. You're probably wondering where Chaz is. Chaz in his briefcase or his suitcase that he's lugging around is currently trying to find out what is in the case. So he is at a fight tonight. So, if you guys can, uh, watch this show while you drive, but not at the same time. We don't need you driving and watching the show, but we want you to go down to go cheer him on and find out what's in the suitcase, what's in the box. What's in the box. So, enough about where Chaz is. Let's talk about who is on the show today. Clearly, you can see the gentleman here. So, let's start with this man right here. He is my best friend since 1997. He is the guy that, he does a lot of crazy stuff, on and off the air. And he is the one man that no one can tell no except for everyone. He is the guy that is also known as Pablo Sanchez.
That is so racist. You have the same people as us, half colored.
Half colored. You're
Yeah, you're not fucking pale white like Cartman down there. Anyways, hey, I got some for you, Cliff, right here.
Well, that is Luda franchise. And then below, he is the man that you go to when you want to learn about more about wrestling than wrestling it knows about it itself. He is our we'll call him our informant of the wrestling world,
Oh,
our
shit,
resident
good dirt.
Fred Durst. Also the man that can't catch a tan if the light is hitting him directly in the face. He is the man known as Twitch Graves. Can't hear you. You're muted. He said, "God damn it."
Hello, greetings,
What
salutations.
salutations? Well, hey, so welcome to the show. So, what we want to talk about first is go around, check out all of our merch on foryouwear.com. If you're looking for those classic tees, you can go check those out on prowrestlingtees.com. But if you want all of our new merch that we're dropping, it's on For You Wear exclusively. So, what else can you do? You can go check out episodes of Now Entering the Ring. We have a new episode coming out Saturday because I definitely forgot to edit the episode yesterday to put it out. But Dean Mosley of Thunder Road will actually be on the show. So we'll be having him on the podcast. So you guys can check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun to listen to him talk about his adventures and the way that he developed his character and stuff like that. So it would be very cool. We have a lot of episodes in the pipeline right now, so we're gonna be pushing those out as we're going along. Also, if you guys can get ready for our new show that's going to be coming out soon, we don't have an exact date. Lou and Twitch will be that show, so at some point these two will be talking. So you guys will get to see that going
Yeah,
on.
Chaz stops being an asshole.
Yeah,
That'll
that
never happen.
no. Also, just to give you guys a heads up, next week is the start of Wrestling Madness is what we're gonna call it. Just right now, it's like a working title. We have a real name for it right now, but it is our 64 best male wrestlers of 2025 going into 2026. We'll be debating. We have our categories are together with Raw, SmackDown, AEW, and ROH together, and then we also have TNA with NXT. So you'll get those all together. So you guys will get to check those out. And then we're going to be debating on those rounds. We're going to be going through. We're probably going to be hitting each individual bracket, and then we'll eventually do the Elite Eight, Final Four, and then the champs. So you'll be able to be a part of that. You can actually put your votes in if you guys want to. We'll release the brackets so you guys can play along, and then debate as you want. What else we got going on? That's pretty much about it, right?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So that's about it. So thank you guys for checking out, Red Dog and Friends. We're gonna jump into our favorite section of the podcast, which is called Temp Check. You guys don't know how Temp Check works? It's simple. We're gonna give you our hottest, our coldest, and our match of the week. So let's go with Lou. What is your hottest, coldest, and match of
Well, I didn't watch much wrestling this week, to include Raw, and so for me, I enjoyed the Gauntlet match with that Bailey one. Um, my hottest wrestler of the week is Johnny Pierce, and my localist of the week is that man right there.
Wow.
The disrespect.
The super disrespect. That's crazy. All right, Twitch, what you got?
So this is gonna be biased as fuck, but any chance I get to watch my homies wrestle, I'm obviously going to put them above everybody. My highest of the week is Cliff, the Red Dog. I'm gonna put him up there. Fuck you, Lou. Ah, it's just always being down here in Florida. It's hard for me to see everybody's matches. So any chance I get to see like Red Dog or Chaz or the rest of PI minus Damien wrestle, it's a great thing for me. So yeah, Red Dog's going hottest of the week, coldest of the week. Uh, Chaz, because I know he ain't gonna have a link for me to watch him. So we got to go with Chaz. Match of the week. I kind of agree with Lou that women's gauntlet match to start off Raw was solid.
Yeah, that was pretty fire. I ain't gonna front, and especially I think the right person won too with it being Bailey. So I'm gonna agree with you guys that
Yeah,
I think match of the week definitely goes to women's gauntlet match. There was a lot of good stuff, especially the way it kicked off when we got Lyra Vicaria and Io Sky. Right, that was
fire.
unexpected for me. I was like, yo, this is how you start this off. So to me, I was like, damn, man, Io about to run through all these girls, and then that didn't happen. And I was like, all right, that's crazy. Didn't see that coming. Um, my coldest wrestler of the week, man, is going to be Drew McIntyre. Like, it is what it is. Uh, with that being said, though, my hottest of the week is definitely gonna be Randy Orton. Like, yo,
Bro,
who saw that coming,
that that chair shot, dude.
bruh? It
the
just
heel we
down.
all need.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's almost to the point where it's like, all right, because and the weird thing was is, and I shouldn't say it's the weird thing. It's the thing that we kind of expected. The crowd reaction to uh is the crowd reaction that we got with the whole heel turn was crazy. So it's like it's almost like it was needed and wanted, but you know Cody, man, just getting decimated was just crazy to me. Also, big shouts to Jacob Fatu, like that dude doing things, like still doing things, like
His mic skills are getting a whole lot better,
yeah,
like
100%.
rather quickly.
Also, I want to put someone in here just to piss off Lou. Shout outs to Danhausen.
You are cursed.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
don't be a spiteful little bitch.
yeah, exactly.
Stay in your
Why
Cartman.
why are you so mad about why? Like seriously though, why don't you like Danhausen?
He's a weird little fuck.
He's so weird little.
So are you.
You guys like the same height.
Say it in the fucking Cartman voice.
You guys are the same fucking height. I got you.
Exactly. Come on, Cartman.
Bro, I'm not even going to acknowledge this, mister. I live 45 minutes away from South Park.
I'm brown.
I'm brown. That's your. That's.
That ain't no excuse.
Cartman ain't got a tan. He's pale
Notice
as
how
you.
Cartman is always eating, and yet here you are doing what?
That's what's
Sitting
crazy.
in front of a screen eating, you fat fuck.
All right,
You
Fred
kind of,
Durst.
hey, low key. If you shaved your beard, you low key would be like the Mexican Eric Cartman.
Bro, you really would.
No. No,
Well, no, you're right.
I
You're right
enjoy
because
Dan.
Eric Cartman could speak Spanish. Like low key. Let me keep that up.
That's a mi culo. Yeah, I said on fucking air.
Yep, great. Hey, let's get into this first debate topic while we're here. It's not really a debate topic. Let's talk about it. So OVW over the weekend, actually over the weekend, it was on a Thursday, right? Thursday, Friday, had an incident. Referee got knocked out, and it was a botch. Let's be fair, it was a botch. Like it was just it was a botch form. It was a forearm, a flying forearm, and ref, unfortunately, his head hit a little too hard on the mat, and I say a little too hard. His head hit hard on the mat and knocked him out, and to the point where the ref was having a seizure. Now the ref is fine. There's definitely been that conversation, and Al Snow kind of already addressed the issue, talk about how um, protocols and stuff are being looked at safety because clearly, like when it comes to any wrestling, when it comes to wrestling, just in general, like to pull the curtain back behind, it's all about making sure that your people in the ring go home safe, right? Because at the end of the day, we all got families, and especially in the indie community, we all like have other jobs going on, so we don't want to be like you know really dicing each other up that way. Um, but yeah, so big shout outs, big thanks that oh boy is safe. But the problem is what do we like? There's got to be lessons that's got to be learned. So what did you guys take away from it that should be kind of applied to the indie community? I don't
Look,
care who.
Situational awareness. Know what's going on around you at all times.
Yeah,
Because they could have gotten him a little bit more help a little bit faster if they would have just stopped and seen him start shake him out, and stiff. Like he wasn't flopped down loose in this. Oh, I got elbowed. He was stiffer than a 2x4, and then he started shaking. Situational awareness would have been like, oh, this isn't what was supposed to happen. Let's get help faster.
my biggest thing is I don't know if this is the same incident, but did they roll him out of the ring?
They,
yeah. So
they pushed him to the
yeah, yeah,
floor. They pushed him over the
so
top.
while man was going through a seizure, yeah, one of the wrestlers like started rolling him out of the ring. Which at first, like when I saw the video, I was like, "Yo, so you're rolling him to a side, which is what you're supposed to do," and then just kept rolling him out, and I was like, "Okay, that's not what you're supposed to do." Like, oh my god, this is so bad.
Let's face it, from the ring, from the canvas to the floor, what would you call that? 3 feet?
Yeah,
That's 3 foot drop.
it's
If
3 foot
you're
drop.
having a seizure, a 3 foot drop is like a 10 foot drop. You might as well just throw them off a cliff. My biggest takeaway from this whole situation is I I understand that you are putting on a show. My biggest thing is, and you just said it a little bit ago, Cliff, is making sure that everybody goes home safely. Uh, it, I understand we all try and do the best for our character and so on and so forth. But if I see you having a seizure, I'm not going to roll you out of the ring and continue working. Like, clearly something is more than wrong. Why are we continue wrestling? Like, why are we not getting this man medical attention quicker? That's like you're giving somebody full control over your body. Like, Cliff, you wrestled last night. You know this. Like, I just take better care of the people in the ring with you, and that includes the refs, the commentators. Everybody that helps put something into making this show what it is.
Yeah, and I have to agree with I mean, I agree with both y'all, but I also agree with Lou. Like situational awareness is key, right? And it's not me coming down on OVW because, like I said, like it's hard to plan for every incident that's going to happen. So what you can do is just kind of like learn from what's happening, right? And I'm glad that Al Snow kind of came out like the next day and kind of like addressed it and was like, hey, listen, like this is a bad situation. This is something that we don't, we obviously didn't plan for. So we got to do a better job. And then I've seen like the internet kind of just like go through and kind of like dice it up and try to like make it like their own thing where it's like, well, you should have been able to do this and this and this, and there should have been paramedics. Listen, sometimes like I'll be fair, man. Kyle O'Reilly like will sell and it'll look like he's having a seizure
Yeah,
and he's just selling, right? And we talk about it with like Ronda Rousey and then how she just like naturally just like was flopping and we were like, damn, dude, she looked like she's dying out there. Like, but she was selling. So when we saw like the phenomenal forearm come off that top rope and old boy got hit and then his head hit the, because if you notice the arm never makes connection. It's just that his head hits the mat, right?
it's the way he did. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not tucking his chin, which newsflash, always tuck your chin. But he's not tucking his chin, so he doesn't tuck his chin. It hits, and then he stiffens up, and it looks like the wrestler who comes over the top kind of like said, like apologizes. He's like, "Yo, I'm sorry. Like, are you good?" And obviously the ref's knocked out. But the match continues on because the other dude has no idea that this just happened. But somewhere along the lines of where like there's like a double down, I think that's what happens next. Is there's like a double down, all three of them out. Like at some point in time, someone has to look and go, "Why is the ref still down?
yeah.
Like, why is no one counting?" You know what I mean? Like there has to be something going on. Like, but no one takes the time. And so I mean, I think that's a key moment where like someone can look back and be like, "Hey," when the producer of that match is like watching the show back, is like, why is the ref not moving? What's happening? Then you can like send a crew, like a stage crew out there to be like, hey yo, like security or somebody like, yo, make sure everything's okay. Like check on the ref. Right? Like there could be a ton of conversations. We talk about communication being key, like always, especially in wrestling business. Like communication is massive. Like
Yeah.
you have to be able to talk about it with everybody. So that's why, I know a lot of people talk about the referee is not needed in a wrestling match, but clearly you can see that the referee is like one of the biggest communicators like in between the ring. So, and sorry for like those who I'm pulling back the curtain so much that everybody's like, what? But this is just something that has to be addressed. Like we have to have good situational awareness and somebody has to make that call. It's like, yo, let's figure out how we can do this and make it better so that in case something like this happens again, it's not as big of a deal, right? Or if it is a big deal, we know how to handle it properly. Because this isn't the first time that we've had this situation happen, right? We had the incident with uh, who was it from the Dark Order again that got knocked out. It wasn't. It was it was a dude with long hair. I can't remember his name. I feel bad.
I was going to say silver until you said dude with
Yeah,
long
it was
hair.
Silver's tag partner. He got knocked out in the ring.
Yeah, I
but
knew you were
that was
talking
during like
about. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
yeah, it was live, and he was knocked out, and so they had to like drag him over and then tag in, and then like you know Evil Uno. I remember like pulling him out of the ring and then like checking on him after that. We had that incident. We had the incident with Hook, right, where Hook literally vomited in the ring because he had a
Yeah,
concussion. You know, and then the situation obviously with Cody getting hit in the head. And I'm only using the AEW ones just because those are the ones that are fresh in my mind. Um, oh boy from Top Flight when he broke his ankle
bro, that was nasty.
on the Penta the Mexican destroyer off the ladder. So I'm just thinking about like those moments. Like we have these situations that are rapid, right? But we're still learning like how to handle situations that happen behind the scenes or like during the scenes and during matches. We have to figure those things out. And it's like you can't prepare for every situation, but you should be able to prepare for like the majority. Like if a wrestler is getting knocked out in a ring and it goes limp or goes stiff, what are we doing? You know, I think about what was the other one? Was it AAA or was it CMLL where Rey Mysterio did the drop kick to the dude and the dude
That
broke his
was
neck
CMLO.
and dude broke his neck and he died like in the ring. You know, Conan was there, like he was there the whole time, like talking to dude and pulls him off to the side and gets him on the, out of the ring. So it's those things that we watch these incidents happen. And we're like, all right, it's terrible, but how do we learn from this and how do we get better so that we can do this? And I think one of my solutions is it gets taught. It gets taught in schools. Like, hey man, like if this happens, here's a serious situation that we need to handle. And so that just needs to be a thing that gets addressed,
Yeah.
as I'm sitting here rambling on about it.
Well, I mean, no, you
Agreed.
out of everybody here on the show, you're going to be the closest person to have the most knowledge about it. You, like I said, you were just wrestling last night. So, I mean, Blue said it best: the situational awareness of what's going on in and outside of the ring is something that needs to come first.
And Justin brings up a good point. I'm gonna pull this comment up. He says, "Hi, gentlemen. Yeah, the OVW video is wild. How are they going to continue working and not stop and help Dallas?" The thing is that like, and it goes back to there was a planned spot, right? Clearly, there's gonna be a ref bump, and you can see like there's a conversation piece really quick between like one of the kids in Dallas, and then Dallas is like nobody checks on him after that. They continue going on, and no one's doing it. And that's why it comes down to that double down that like no one is like paying attention to what's going on with the ref. Why Dallas isn't moving himself? So it's to the incident now. It's like all right, like at this point, like now we just have to have a communication piece where like we have like either like the security guard out there or if you have security there or if you have someone that's just around, just go and have that conversation just real quick. Just check, right? Squeeze the hand, squeeze the body, like squeeze that we do. And sorry for those. Go get it Iggy. And if the Iggy doesn't come back, then obviously something's wrong. Like we have to figure that out. So I think it goes to that. And then especially the incident where, Dallas is having a seizure, like we got to get our man on his side, so that way he can continue to, if something happens, if he's throwing up or something or aspirating, like, it's not coming back into his throat. Like, so we have to address those issues and make sure that those issues get handled going forward. And just I think a first aid class like should be something that's taught in all schools, so that way you know how to handle the situations in case they
Okay.
do happen. So that's my suggestion, and you guys can also give us your suggestions or what you think that could be done to help better the situations. And I think I don't want to say it has to be a requirement for all wrestlers, right? But I think having some kind of background of like first aid and CPR would be clutch for everybody. Like I just think that should be a thing that gets handled.
Not even in the wrestling aspect, but just in general everyday life, man. Like
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how often a little bit of medical knowledge will help you.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, just go back to the safety factor, man. Like at the end of the day, we want everybody to go home safe, and you know, thank thank God that that Dallas didn't aspirate and was like laying on his back and just sitting there choking on his own
Bro,
like
that,
spit and vomit. Like You know,
we would be all having a very different conversation.
Yep.
absolutely. You know, but it goes again back over to like those two guys too that are working in the ring. Like next time something like happens like that, clearly we learned a lesson, right? Because that's what we talk about a lot. Like you're learning lessons. Next time that that happens, now we have to make sure that like, hey, slow it down, figure it out. What's going on? Why is the ref not moving, right? Or why is the person not moving? And go from there, right? Are they selling? Are they doing a great Iggy? Like, what do we got? Like, nothing. All right, hey, maybe a wrestler throws up the axe and was like, yo, we gotta get him help. Or give me another ref, right? You could even talk that shit, like, get me another ref, right? And you just second person is just no something, anything. This is crazy to me though. Yeah, final thoughts.
Situational awareness, man. Situational awareness.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna throw in there. I'm gonna agree with y'all too, and I'll throw in there. Like, man, we got to do something with first aid though. First aid got to be
I agree with that.
top tier. Like, it's got to be figured out. And I think that's really gonna help alleviate a lot, especially because with a lot of people, like when you break bones and shit, like especially when the business that we do, when you're breaking bones and stuff, and you're putting your life in the line for somebody else, if you're damaged up, like, thank God. Like, I mean, I think with this situation too, man. Thank God, like Ridge Holland, by the way, listen, what happened happened, right? But what would it have been like if that was on the indie scene, though? You know what I mean?
Worse.
Yeah, I mean, like Biggie takes his belly to belly, breaks his neck, and then they try to continue to match. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, he can't feel his hands and stuff like that. You got to throw up the X, and God forbid. I'm so grateful that WWE has like great medical staff, but it's like,
Very much so.
yeah, it's so much stuff could have gone even worse. Let's go into let's go to Push and Berry. Let's do Push and Berry. Push and Berry. What is Push and Berry? We want to push one thing. We want to bury one thing. Let's start with our burials. What do you want to bury, Lou?
Texas death matches. Get rid of them.
Pussy ass little bitch.
This guy has been on a rant about this forever. Go on, man. Talk about why you want to bury this.
It is fucking stupid. Wrestlers showing how fucking dead brain cells they got by fucking throwing each other through barbed wire, through fucking posts that have or boards that have all these nails in there, fucking hit each other with fucking light tubes. Like I like the kendo sticks. I like the chair shots, the tables, but to actually want to be cut up, I'm not for it. Fuck you, Twitch.
What you got, Twitch?
I want to bury Lou next to a Taco Bell.
Next to a Taco Bell is crazy.
That's racist.
If it is, I accept it. Uh,
This motherfucker out here hailing Hitler wants to put me next to a fucking
what?
well.
Whoa!
I
Wow,
think
what an egregious accusation.
this is the first time we've mentioned that name on the show in
What
7 years.
the actual wow. I got nothing now. That really just fucked up
Good.
my whole
Fuck
train of
you.
thought. Wow. How dare you?
You want to bury me next to a Taco Bell? At least do it next to a Del Taco.
Adult Taco.
No, I don't have that much respect for you.
From on Lincoln
Wow,
people,
that I
let me
really
listen to
want to
Del
bury you.
Young.
Like that. Wow, that Cliff. Go ahead. That fucked me up.
Yo, okay. I've talked about this before on the podcast. Actually, I was talking about this last night. At the wrestling show I was at, right? At Supernova Wrestling. By the way, thank you for Supernova for having me out. Also, there was some incredible wrestling going around in the Massachusetts area. I just want to throw that out there with uh Focus Pro had their show last night, as well as Pro Wrestling Super Show, and then of course tonight we have Fight. So all great wrestling. So go support indie wrestling. Um I was talking about this last night. I was like, you know what matches I hate? Two out of three falls.
Oh, here we go.
And everybody was like, well, yeah. I was like, and one of my friends was like, yeah, it's just a one-on-one match at the end of the day. I was like, I know. And they're like, what's the fault of the promoters? I'm like, okay, then I want to bury shitty promoters. just who just like why would I just like, oh, let me be the heel and let me get myself DQ'd and then I'm gonna go get a pin or I'm gonna get DQ'd and then he's gonna come back and beat me. Like I'm like, bruh, fuck it. Like I don't like it at all. So I'm like, I still can't stand this concept. But actually, one thing that I'll say on top of that, right? I'm getting really tired of like tournament matches, like because we're doing them a lot. So like to establish a new number one contender, we're gonna do a battle royale, or we're gonna do a gauntlet match, or we're gonna do a five-way tag team spin-off, right? Or you know what I mean? Like all this stuff is like happening right now, and I'm like, bruh, miss me with all of this shit. Just don't.
After we just named the gauntlet match hottest match of the week.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know, and I know what I said. I mean, it was still fire. Like I'm still putting it over, but it's like at the end of the day, though, like what are you gonna do next? You'll be like, oh, we're gonna do a gauntlet match for the Intercontinental Championship, or we're gonna do a gauntlet match for the women's U.S. title. That's also gonna be on WrestleMania. Like, what are we doing?
You know what's
Like,
funny is that's the next gauntlet match. I think it's actually on Raw tomorrow.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, we're gonna find all the new number one contenders for all of these titles. Like, we can't set up these stories. Like, we're getting ready to end with WrestleMania, and we'll start with Raw, right? At least start tying these stories out so that we can start seeing like who's kind of getting placed where. Because it's like, what are you gonna do next too? You just throw me a Raw and SmackDown gauntlet tag team matches to see who's gonna battle for those titles. Like, I don't want to see all of this. Like, I don't care. Just you can pick a person. I don't care. Pick a team. I don't care. I don't care. Like
It's
Drew
a gauntlet
McIntyre.
match to see who manages Danhausen.
Exactly. Who's gonna be his mentor?
Yeah,
Who's gonna get his face? Like I'm just gonna laugh when they're like, we're gonna do a gauntlet match to see whose face is gonna go on the WWE truck. The battle royale, and the winner of this gets their face on the WWE truck. Like
right.
Battle
I don't.
Royale, so you don't get cursed by Danhausen.
Well, you know what would be great though is if like you're if if that's the case though, but we do get the ending like we were gonna get with Chelsea Green, like the worst ending for the Royal Rumble. Like we could get it with Danhausen, where like the last two members throw themselves over the top, and then Danhausen comes out and he wins. I was like, I'll have that. Let me get that for the truck.
Let me get all of that.
Let me get that. But yeah, I mean, just that whole thing is I'm over it. But let's talk about push. What we pushing? Twitch, you go.
Let me push side quest Darby Allen, who is just out here doing side quests to try and kill himself. I don't know if y'all seen it this past weekend, but Mr. Darby Allen is out in the desert somewhere, jumping off of cliffs, thinking it's a great idea. Uh, I shall vicariously live through that man's side quest. I have now completed everything he has done.
What about you, Lou?
I'm gonna push the new show coming out, Lou and Twitch here. Once Chaz gives me all the login stuff, we are gonna be doing it.
This
Nice.
guy,
Okay. What like
After I called you Hiller, I push you.
what's so okay? So talk to us about before I give you my push. Let's talk about the concept of the show, right? So what we doing with this show? What's the concept of it?
It's a daily show. We're gonna talk about what wrestling went on the night before. Talk about it. Give our opinions about it, and then play some games. Let's do some like trivia questions on which and uh, just to get the 3 Count podcast out there daily. Keep pushing our movement.
It's funny because we used to have like a daily show that we were trying to do during the pandemic, and then once the pandemic kind of let up, like we just kind of lost track of it. I ain't even gonna front. Like we were like, all right, bro, like let's. So it's hard to do. Like I'll be fair, like it's very hard, and and anybody who's watched the show for as long as we've been around, like you guys kind of understand. So just want to kind of keep like the thought process of like, hey, like these two right here, right? They're gonna be the ones that you get to yell at if the show doesn't come out.
No, 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 no. CCC. That one is the one you get to yell at if the show doesn't come out. He's got one job and one job only, and that's to get
No,
the
you
information.
can't blame me if it doesn't come out. Blame fucking Chaz. Because
It
I
is
asked that
your
motherfucker Friday
job.
for some login, and
It
that
is
motherfucker ain't
your
motherfucking login.
job to get the information from Chaz.
I'm
So
waiting.
much
Chaz,
like we blame Canada for anything that goes wrong, we shall blame you.
I'm,
And
I'm, I'm about to go
it's
kick
fine.
Chaz's ass and tell me
But
to call for America.
once you get the logins though, Lou, like it's on you to push the show, like to get it
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah,
While
I'm
we're talking about pushing things, I got one more thing to push. Head over to ProWrestlingTees@4YouWear.com and make sure you buy all of our merchandise.
yep. So while we're there, yep, continue pushing that. I'm gonna push Dominic Mysterio, bro, because
Bro,
last night AAA, like we had mini El Hijo de Vikingo come out, but let's be fair, man. Like he's doing this thing. Dominic is a superstar in Mexico right now, and I'm here for all of it.
You see the
did you
gash on his
notice
top
his
of his
shiny
head?
new belt?
Say again.
Did
Did you
you
see the
notice?
gash on his head?
I saw the gash on his head.
Sorry, Twitch.
Oh, you're good. Did you notice his shiny new belt?
I did. I did notice it.
WWE hooked them up like, hello, here's a new belt.
Yep.
Your
Enjoy.
looks rough. Take this.
Yeah. Take this with them. This will be their new thing. You can be the mega champion all you want, but you're gonna have this title. It's gonna go with it. Let them know it's WWE affiliated. Good evening, Sa.
Howdy.
You know something I want? I want a female on this podcast. There's a lot of dudes in here, except for this bitch.
I was gonna say,
I know
Let's
you're
go
talking about.
into. Actually, that's very fucked up that I would say that way, especially leading into our second debate topic.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So,
You're a sexist. You're a sexist.
well, you're still a
wow.
little bit. It doesn't change anything. So let me talk about some females around here because this is what we're going to talk about. It is Women's Month, and I'm very excited about talking about this subject because it's something we can all like have a lot of fun with. This was the thought process I had. So we want to talk about the modern era versus the past, right? And I want to talk about women's wrestling. What I specifically want to talk about is there's three of us here on the show, and I wanted to do like let's call it like 3 rounds. We each get to pick a wrestler and then compare them to
Fuck
a
your
past wrestler.
That's animal abuse.
I know he's so pissy about that dog, bro.
The big one's angry.
Yeah, my man out here repping that fucking red T-shirt, throwing a red dog, looking out here like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need to add that to my soundboard so I can just boop.
Yeah, Lou should definitely be wearing a backwards red hat right now. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about some women that we are looking at the modern and that we want to compare to the past and just see like where we all kind of agree and different ones. And I really want us to pick different women too. By the
Okay.
way, so we're gonna do 3 rounds of this. So Lou, lead us off.
modern.
Yeah, modern woman, and then compare it to the past.
The like. So hold on, say that again. My internet's cutting out.
Pick a modern female wrestler. Compare her to a past female wrestler. Not
Yeah.
hard. Go.
Shut up, bitch.
Go fuck yourself, fat boy.
Liv Morgan and Trish Stratus, the one that we've been seeing on the internet. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the bombshells that she is doing. Her laugh, her conniving self, and she's athletic.
I don't know if I
I
would. I don't know if it's like I get it. Like I dropped that one in there, and I understand. I don't know if Liv is necessarily
Yeah, go ahead.
Trish comparison, if that makes sense. I think if I was looking at Liv, I'm trying to compare her to a past wrestler, as far as like being conniving and like very like opportunistic. I'm looking at like geez, Mickey James. If we're kind of talking about the comparative side of things, I don't know. What you think, Twitch?
If we're taking Liv Morgan and comparing her, I like your input on the conniving side and the opportunistic side of it. Give me
Yeah,
Attitude Era, Stephanie, like Helmsley, like when she first got with Triple H.
yeah, it's not a bad pick. I like that one too. It's a fun one. All right, Twitch, give me a female wrestler and compare it to the past.
Give me Io Sky and Lita.
That is a
Both similar
that's
styles, both big crowd favorites,
yeah,
uh, both kind of underutilized in the title scene a little.
yeah.
I think it's fair comparison. Go ahead, Lou.
Okay.
I like it. I like the pick.
That's a good pick. Yeah, I can't even argue that one. That's solid. That's a solid choice. I like the EO to it. I think for me, one that I want to take, I want to get uh Oscar and compare her to Jacqueline. Yeah, both just technically sound. Both are really great on the mic. Both just very ahead of it just feels like when Oscar debuted, she was very much ahead of the curve in the women's division. And looking at Jacqueline, she was ahead of the women's division when
That's
she
fair.
debuted. You know what I mean?
I I take Jacqueline and I raise you Ivory.
It's a great pick. I'm not even gonna argue. That's a great pick.
I like that Ivory pick.
Like you
Yeah.
said, both technically sound. Even when she was with Right to Censor, she still had great mic skills. Like it's man, yeah, no, I'll take Ivory in that.
I like it.
Yeah,
Go on, Luke. You got someone you want to add in there, or you wanna disagree with what we
there was
got?
my internet. No, I like the Ivory pick more than the Jackman pick when it comes to technicality.
Okay, throw us another wrestler.
All right, for me, let's go with Jade Cargill and China on the dominance that they have in the women's division.
Ooh, ooh, that's fair.
Mm, I like that. I mean, both are just elite, muscular. Like you know, I think
Stand out strongly in their division.
yeah. I kind of want to say that when I look at it though, like I think China's mic skills. I have to go back and watch. I feel like China's mic skills were a little better than Jade's. I do like the call though, because Jade will catch up and Jade will be there. Like there's no doubt. So I like that call though. That's actually a really strong pick. I'm down for it.
I semi agree with you on that. I don't think China had all that great of mic skills. Uh, But I do agree that Jade will catch up. It's just a matter of still working out the kinks in two different companies, two different products. Like,
Mhm. I'll I'm gonna be fair. I just had one just hit me just thinking about it. She let me just take Lash Legend to the
and
church pick.
to the China pick,
Yeah,
that's fair.
that's 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 her. She's that woman.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Yeah. Go on Twitch. Give me a person.
Give you a person. All right, so we brought this person up earlier, and she was discussed in a post that I sent the group chat earlier. I don't know if you would consider. So, like, what timeline are we considering modern?
You know, you throw it out, and we'll just figure. We'll go from
Mandy
there.
Rose and Trish Stratus. Mic skills, in ring skills, sex appeal. Find me a better combo. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm like, that's that's pretty tough. Like,
That's really fucking hard.
that's a good it's a good mix. It's tough to figure that one, especially with her because she's just one of those. When Mandy was like wrestling, it was so hard to see that like she was like struggling at first because I remember when she was in the group, and then like slowly she started to branch out, and then when she went down to back to NXT, like that run that she had in NXT
Found
with the
it.
yeah, solid. They don't ever talk about it either, which is like wild, but she was running it, bruh.
If
She
she would have had that NXT run on the main roster, I guarantee you her side hustle would have never been a problem.
nah, she was ahead, bruh. That was it was eliteness. I like that call. I don't to me, like if I'm looking at a Trish and just looking all around at like if I'm trying to find like that all around wrestler that stands out in different forms, different ways, um, damn, I mean she's so unique. I'd have to go with like, yo, it's Tiffy time, bruh. You know?
That's another see. That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
Similar
Athletic.
mic skills,
Yeah.
looks like yeah. No, that's
So
yeah.
when they tagged together, when they tagged together, it looked like mother daughter. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll go with
so
that.
freaky to see how close they were. I'll throw one out there too. I think if I'm gonna another person, it's because and it's also hard too because like there's just some bad women like on the roster, right? And I love watching like Oscar work, but I'm looking at like trying to find other women that can compare kind of across culture references that just get noticed, right? And it's hard right now because I'm like looking at all these different wrestlers. I'm trying to figure out like who's gonna be where, and I'm looking for like who's comparative, like like Nia Jax, right? Like keep it 100. I don't care about I do care, but I don't care about like her past, how she's wrestled in the past. Currently having an incredible run. Mike's skills are on point. She annoys the shit out of people, right? But she's very like attractive. So it's like, how do you find that person that can do the things that she does and still has like and we can connect it back to the past. You know what I mean? Who else would have done that? And I think for me, with Nia Jackson, this is gonna somebody's gonna get pissed when I say this. Beth Phoenix.
That is a bold statement. That is a very bold statement. I I really can't disagree with it though. Like wholeheartedly sitting here thinking about the points you just threw out there, I really can't disagree with that. That's still a bold statement, but
But you're like But I can't
I
argue it.
hate it, but it's true.
It's so true. Go ahead, Lou. What you got?
So I missed who you said the modern day was to Beth Phoenix.
Oh, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. Okay, here's mine. I am going to take Charlotte Flair and compare her to Alondra Blaze on how her mic skills are, how technically she is. She's very athletic, and she can carry that roster.
I give it to you longevity. To be fair, it's not a bad pick. I mean, London Blaze had a long ass run. Both WWE, WCW, like going back and forth. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't knock that. Both will also be well, one's a Hall of Famer, the other one will be a Hall of Famer. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
What you got, Twitch?
Liv Morgan and Tori.
Mm,
Like the X Pac and Tori Christmas story. Just conniving, just opportunistic, and loyal.
that's not bad. I kind of dig it. Kind of dig it. I mean,
I had to
obviously,
really
I'm
think
going.
on that one because I forgot her name for the longest time.
Well, also like I'm thinking about it too. My thing is like Liv, obviously like wrestling wise, like she's now I'll be fair when I say this, she's light years ahead of where she was.
Oh yeah,
But to be fair, like she's also like in that same she's like in her era, she was that person. So I definitely can't disagree with it.
she is
Um
the Tori of Judgment Day.
she is. She's got all the plans and she's putting it all together. I like it.
I got a second one, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Throw it out there.
Raquel Rodriguez in China.
See, I'm still gonna go with Lash.
You still gonna go with Lash?
Yeah, I'm still going with Lash.
Okay.
I do like it. I do understand it. I do, but I'm still gonna go with Lash. Lash definitely on point with
No, I can't
with
argue that. I just
yeah.
it just popped in my head thinking of Judgment Day.
Yeah. No, I like it. What you got, Lou? You got
To
another one?
to combat your oh, who the fuck did you just say? Beef. Oh,
Tori?
yeah, Tori. To combat that one, I would go with Sasha Banks when it's very optimistic because Sasha is very optimistic in the
No,
WWE.
that's
And
hard to
by the
do.
way, this doesn't only have to stay with WWE. Like if you see someone from like another show, like
Yeah, no, no, no. These are just the people that pop in my head.
yeah, yeah. Because like I mean, for me, like AJ Lee, like past AJ Lee is definitely was Roxy. You know what I mean? Like, but not
Okay.
Roxanne Perez. Like
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean? Like when Roxanne Perez showed up at NXT, like that's who that was. Like she was the gamer girl who wore Chuck Taylors and like, she was very much AJ Lee. And I
Yeah.
think now she's still like you can still see pieces of AJ Lee in Roxanne Perez's wrestling. So it's like I gotta give you that, but this is you are her. But I also want to be fair too. Like when I look at like Sky Blue, right, wrestling wise, I would almost say that she's Trish. Like she's very she's very technical. She knows how to get her. To be fair, people look at her and they're like, damn, she's very easy on the eyes. We'll put it out there for like that.
Yeah.
She's
I think
hot.
it's great. Mike skills are good. Like, yeah, I'm like, you know, she can shine on her own or she can shine in a group, and even in the group, she still stands out. So
I made an argument earlier for Io
yeah,
Sky and Lita. And the more I've been sitting here thinking about it, Io Sky is a great pick to compare to Ruka. So is Sol Ruka.
Yeah,
Uh, they both have, I feel, very, very similar wrestling styles, both with the uh, high flying abilities added to their career. It just makes it both of them are great arguments to compare to her. I feel like Sol Ruka might be a step below Io still, but I still keep her in that category.
yeah, I can dig that. Um, that's a solid one to go with that. One for me, and it's just the style and how she takes herself. Leela Gray kind of reminds me of Molly Holly.
Okay.
Can dig that.
Yeah.
You know, I would say too, like as far as like being ahead of the time, powerful, right? Good talker, not great, good, right? Michelle McCool, right? We're gonna throw from the past. I
Okay.
think if I'm gonna go with somebody from this era that's kind of comparative to her, it's gonna sound funny. A lot of people will be like, "Whoa, that's not who I thought at all." I probably would have gone with Liv. Like, I think Liv is a great talker. I don't think she's an amazing talker,
No,
but
she drops the ball when it comes to talking a few times.
yeah.
Ah,
But I'll throw this one out there. If you needed a person to do whatever you needed them to do, right? Like anything in a role, any role that they needed to be in, right? I'm gonna give Bailey first for now, right?
yeah.
And the person I'm comparing her to, Gail Kim.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't even begin to argue that.
I would throw one other name out there because longevity matters, right? And I would say Mickey. But we already picked Mickey. I had already
But
put
yeah,
Mickey out.
you already put Mickey out there.
Yeah. Sounds like Gail.
I like that.
This is a fun pick. And you guys too. You guys throw your 2 cents out there too. Let us know like what you're thinking. Who who do you think is comparative from this era to the past, right? And you can throw your names out there, you can throw your comparisons out there. We want to see them. And then if you want to justify what your reason is, do that because it's a lot of fun.
And if you're wrong, we'll fucking tell you.
We'll tell you. We'll let you know right away. But here's what I want to get into. Let's have some fun with this last debate topic, which is definitely gonna be what we kind of link to. Who is the best tag team of this era? Now, what we're talking about is um, how do we want to spin what this era is? So, modern era of wrestling. I guess we can shoot from what do we want to do? Like 2015 to 2026. We'll use the last 11 years. We're gonna go
Okay.
last 10 years.
We'll go with
Okay.
that area. Yeah.
So, okay, we'll go with that. So, who we looking at for the last
Awesome
era?
truth.
Say again.
Awesome truth.
Awesome truth. It's not a bad pick. I kind of dig. I dig it. I dig it. What's your reasoning behind picking the awesome truth?
Longevity, and they're awesome.
And that's the truth.
It is the truth.
Go on, Lou. What you got?
Not that fucking pick.
Well,
The New Day,
that's fair.
longest reigning tag team champions. Always have the crowd pop when they come on out. Knows how to play to the crowd. The anywhere from the pancakes to the bootios. To Kofi Kingston getting eliminated, and somehow they're always there to make sure that he doesn't fall get to the floor. I think overall, it was the New Day is the best tag team out there.
It's a solid pick. I can't even front. Like the New Day, I think the New Day has been like on the biggest era, right? The biggest stages, right? Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna go with one right now that just kind of seems like I would hope is not a no brainer, but I mean, right now they're in AEW and they're currently the tag team champions because the Revival slash FTR have definitely done it in every promotion, like almost literally every promotion. You're talking about guys from NXT, SmackDown, Raw, New Japan, ROH, AEW. Did they have like the AAA tag titles at one time? Like
Yes.
they were they were holding all the titles. They had all the I think they had the Impact titles at one time. I don't know. They putting on banger matches every single time to turn around. We talk about the you're talking about the NXT titles, in the matches that they had with DIY. Then you can talk about the New Day. You can talk about matches that they had with the Young Bucks. You can talk about matches that they've had with insert team, and they've always killed it, right? Like, let's be fair, man. The three matches they did with the Briscoes, bruh, bruh. They run tag team wrestling. I think right now I have to go with FTR. Definitely is my favorite tag team of this era.
FTR is hard to argue. Very, very hard to argue. You're right. They have gone just about everywhere. They have won just about it. You could just as easily say they are modern day Dudley Boys, who have
Mm.
gone everywhere, who have won every title. And by the way, Lou, the Usos are the longest reigning tag team champions. Moving on. Yeah, FTR is a very solid pick for that. Uh, I'm trying to think of one that would honestly top that. You could argue Street Profits, but then it goes back to FTR has more. If you're looking at it from that standpoint, FTR has the more collective title wins
Yeah,
and more company appearances. Man, that's a solid pick, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
and I would tell you this, man. If I was to pick a second one, it would be the Usos, 100%. Because I mean, anytime that they put that team together, like whether they have the makeup, like the face paint, or they
Yeah,
doing the day one ish, the Uso
I
penitentiary,
would.
everything's always getting over with them. Always split
And
them
this
up
is
back together, then they're still just as electric. You're still cheering for them.
this is a real technicality, and I'm gonna use every loophole I can find to squeeze one in. Uh, the Hardys.
Yeah,
You want
I
to
mean,
talk about longevity? I know we're only looking at, from here to here, but they're still going and they've been from here to here. Like, even their current tag team title runs, the quest for gold that they were on, or whatever Matt called it.
yeah,
It, you call it the belt collecting, but like we just said with FTR, they've been everywhere. They've won just about every title, and that was a really big flash of lightning. Not to get sidetracked. Lou, what you got? Who else you gonna throw out there?
I, I'm with you when you come to FTR and the revival. I can't choose anyone better.
Bro, he kind of shut the whole conversation down with throwing FTR out there. Like, you could argue Young Bucks. We're talking about, being multiple companies, winning multiple titles, longevity. Like they've they're in that conversation. I know it's a real sore spot with a lot of people, but the Bucks O Youth
They
are,
started their own company.
yeah, started their own company. Like
It's
uh
tough. I would say this, right? For
so,
me, my top three, right, would be FTR, the Usos, and Motor City Machine Guns, and then the New Day.
see, I it's so hard not to put Motor City Machine Guns on there. But if I had to do a top three, it would be FTR,
God damn.
FTR, Young Bucks, and fuck yeah, it'd probably be Motor City or no, the Wyatts haven't done that much.
Yeah, the Shield. I mean,
The Shield, you could argue, but I
but they
feel
came
like they
in
always did
in
things
that
as a
era.
trios.
Well, I mean, they did have that run where Seth and Dean, like,
Yeah,
they
it's
won the
true.
tag titles, but then that's what also they split when Roman
Yeah,
ended up leaving.
the Outriders.
That, yes, the Outrunners. I'm done with this. That's Thunder.
Yes,
I heard that through the microphone.
bro.
Yeah, that was nuts.
What cheese? Yeah, yeah.
I heard that in the microphone. That was crazy. Um,
Bro, that was a lot of shit. That shook the walls.
uh, I do like to call it the Young Bucks. I say like the Golden Lovers. I haven't said
That's
them in.
fair. My only argument with the Golden Lovers is they break up more than a bad love story.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw. Okay, I'm gonna throw a team in there too. Not one that like very many people know, and if you don't know, you should be checking out some indie wrestling. Miracle Generation is like on the indie scene. They're handling business like wrestling top notch names. They just got done working with the Grizzly Young Veterans. They also got done working MXM. Held longest tag title run where IWTV. They also held they are all over the place. Like pretty solid squad. I put them in this era. Just like one of the great tag teams of this era. They actually were featured on the top 100. I think they were in the top 25 tag teams this year for
What era are we doing? What, like, year wise, from when to when?
16 to 2006
Okay,
or 16 to 26.
never mind. Sorry. Uh,
Also,
Briscoes.
Golden Role Models, the Briscoes.
The
Well, and
Briscoes.
so that's weird because I wanted to say the Briscoes too because the Briscoes clearly in this era were tearing it up, and I 100% was like, yo, they have to be in the top five.
Easily.
Yeah, especially because we talking about longevity wise, like those guys have been around those guys were around forever.
Yes, sir. We them boys.
We them boys. Luke, who you got?
The only other one that I could think of is the Lucha Brothers.
That's fair.
That's a good pick.
That yeah, they've multiple places, multiple titles, longevity. Hint, hint. WWE
Well, they just teased them for AAA.
and AAA. Yeah.
I want to watch
Uh,
them. I want to watch them on your YouTube channel.
yeah. Um,
I'm still like, I mean,
I
go ahead.
I still like Street Profits, but it's like I said, the fact that it's only been NXT and WWE for them is what really holds me back.
Yeah.
Especially since we're talking about a lot of people who have been like around the world.
I'll throw another tag team in there, even though they weren't really around for a long time, but the impact that they made though was crucial. Was the Golden Role Models like Sasha and Bailey.
Sasha and Bailey was a solid one.
Solid.
Uh, Sasha and Naomi, like that. Despite what happened to them, like that would have been. I feel like that would have been so solid.
Also, let's be fair. Whether you know them as iconic or the inspiration, they belong in that category.
I feel like that's a bit of a reach.
The only thing,
I don't.
the only thing that they're good for, the only thing that they're good for is for my imagination.
that
That's wild.
is
That is our
absolutely,
show, folks. No.
yeah. On that note, toodaloo, bitches.
Real quick. Twitch. It's your birthday tomorrow?
Yes, it is 316.
There you go.
You
So
got fuck you, dude. You got the best birthday ever.
I know.
God
Be jealous.
damn it. Fuck you. I hate you
it's
even more now.
Thank my
Twitch
mom who
316 says it's my birthday, bitch.
What? It's my birthday. What? Happy birthday.
All right, well, this was fun. So, any last thoughts you guys want to put him on the tag team?
It's such a fun show when Chaz isn't here.
Yeah, fuck Chaz.
Well, hopefully Chaz is figuring out what's finally in that briefcase of his. That
I hope it's
suitcase.
his release papers.
I hope it's fine. Like fucking Seth Rollins got.
Oh, that's crazy.
I hope it's a handicap match against the rest of PI.
Hopefully they fucking kick his dumb ass out.
Yeah, yup.
That's crazy. All right, y'all. So again, go check out all of our shows now. Enter the ring. Get ready for Lou and Twitch coming up here in the future. Also, you guys go check out all of our merch on ProWrestlingTees.com if you're looking for the classic stuff. If you're looking for our current stuff with all of our brand new merch, go check it out on ForYourWear.com. You know, like normal, like a great part of a wrestling match. We gotta take this home. So this is Red Dog and Friends, and you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. You're checking us out on Spotify. You're listening to us on Amazon Music. You're even leaving those 5-star frost slash reviews off the top rope onto your Apple device or Android device too. You're even checking us out on that dumb app with the stupid jingle that goes iHeartRadio or whatever it is. You're telling your mom about it, your dad about it, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends, your cousins, your neighbors, and your enemies because we love haters too. You're doing all that stuff, but really, you're just kind of waiting for this episode to end, waiting for that outro, and you're choosing another episode to listen to.
Fuck you, Lou.
Peace.
What's up? It's your boy Twitch Graves. Thank you for checking out this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you like and follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitch at 3CountPod. Twitter and X, 3Count_pod. While you're at it, head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees or ForYourWear.com and make sure you buy our merchandise.